Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Anime Convention Beginner's Guide. Today I'm going to run through some stuff that maybe got edited out of previous videos or things that I forgot to put in for the video on that topic. And I think I'll just throw in some stuff that I'll repeat some things from previous videos that are really important when planning your convention and you know how to get the most out of your convention experience. Pre-registration, really important, a lot cheaper than just walking in and buying your badge. Most of the time it's just plain impossible to walk in and buy your badge. If you buy it like a year ahead of time, it's like dirt cheap, like 20 bucks a lot of times. Get there Thursday, leave Monday if you can. It's really expensive to stay, 2 more nights, whatever, especially if you're staying at the Con Hotel. If you're in a position to, I would highly recommend that because first of all, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget anything this time. If you get there Thursday, sometimes you can volunteer for setup or whatever and maybe get some free stuff out of the dealer's hall. If you do that, though, make sure that you know who you need to talk to get credit for your volunteer hours. I had trouble with that before where, I helped set up and when it came time to get credit for the volunteer hours, the person that was in charge was nowhere to be found, and the few con staff that I could find were less than helpful, and one was really just plain rude. So yeah, keep on top of that. If you're going to volunteer, make sure you know who you're dealing with and where they're going to be. On Sunday, keep in mind that the hotel that you're staying at might have free parking, but if you check out on Sunday, most of the time checkouts at like 11 or noon or whatever, and if you're planning on staying for the rest of the convention till like 5 or 6 o'clock, you're probably going to have to pay for parking someplace. So, if you have the time and money to stay an extra night, there, that would be part of it anyway. It's probably be 10, 20 bucks to park, and if your hotel room would cost 40 bucks, just kind of, I don't know, weigh it, see which one is worth more to you. Consench. I didn't talk about it much in the first video, I think is when I brought it up, but basically all it is, it's somebody that hasn't showered for a while, that's been working hard, or maybe just plain sweaty, or whatever. Maybe they did take a shower this morning, and they've been working all day, or they've been walking among the crowds and sitting in these hot rooms and stuff, and they're just hot and sweaty and smelly. We can all do our part by taking showers regularly. If you have to take a shower twice a day, do it. I mean, you're going to feel better anyway. It's going to make it easier for people to be around you. They're not going to look for ways to get away from you because you smell bad. Take a nap. If you are capable of taking naps, if you're like me, you have trouble. It takes me like an hour to get tired in the first place. By the time my nap should have been done, I'm not even asleep yet. But some people can just lay down and go to sleep. If you can do that, go for it. It'll give you energy. It doesn't sound like a whole lot of physical activity, but walking for 16 hours in a day, it adds up. It takes a lot out of you. Eat at least one good meal a day. Most of us are broke about halfway through the convention. If you plan on eating out, 3 times a day, it's going to drain your funding really quick. Get together with your roomies or whatever and go out to a buffet for like lunch. In the meantime, survive on snacks at the room or at the con suite. A lot of times they'll have like rice or popcorn or whatever, just stuff to get you through. But don't plan on surviving on that stuff because it'll drain you faster, you'll have less energy, you'll just get sick. Invite a friend, especially if your group has an odd number of people in it. They don't have to be like a hardcore anime geek, or if you have a friend that just likes video games, see if he wants to come with. A lot of times they'll have gaming rooms and contests. Smash Brothers is a big one. If you bring another person with you to even things out, if I were to go to a convention with my girlfriend, I always take my brother with. When we can, he brings a friend of his with, because that way, if I want to go do something with my girlfriend, he can still hang out with his friend and not feel left out or whatever, or lonely. Or maybe it's a thing where we're going to a room party that's adults only. He's not 21 yet, so he can't go in. He still needs to be able to have fun and have somebody to hang out with. Celebrities. If you check the guest list on the website for the convention you're going to, you can see who's going to be there. And when you see that, you'd be like, oh, that's that guy from such and such. Example, last Anime Iowa, Johnny Young Bosch was going to be there. We're like, we don't have anything Bleach related for him to sign. So we looked at the wiki, we're like, oh, dude, he's 0 on Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So my brother brought a copy of that and had him sign just the artwork. If you don't have something to bring for them to sign, you can always have them just sign like the book dealie that they give you at the convention. Yeah, there's an autograph page most of the time. Make sure you get your convention handbook thing. This is everything you need to know your way around the convention. It's got a guest list. It's got a map of the area. It's got events. It tells you about the celebrities that are going to be there if you don't know much about them. You know, and if there are any changes to the schedule, if you check the website or whatever, it'll usually say what the schedule is ahead of time. Maybe not until like the last couple of weeks beforehand, but you could get to the convention and find out that they changed some things, and it could be something that you were really looking forward to. So make sure you check that out. Get up early, especially if you're staying with more than one person in a room. If you all get up at the same time and run for the bathroom, it's going to slow all of you down, and you know, if you have something to get to, you just don't want that. The best way to get the most out of your convention is to be the first one up. Get your shower out of the way. Maybe you can't get your whole costume on. Maybe part of it is really intricate and you need help to get it put together, or maybe it's something that you, the longer you wear it, the worse it looks. So you want to, you know, get it on and go to the convention right away, get your pictures taken before like your hair falls down or something. You know, leave that stuff for the last minute. Part of that is if you're wearing contacts and wearing makeup at the same time, put your contacts in first. If you put your makeup on, then your contacts in, you run the risk of smearing all your makeup all up and stuff. And that's not just for girls either, because there are a lot of guys that wear makeup for costumes. It cuts down on the glare from pictures. I don't know much about it. I just let my girlfriend or my sister do that part for me. But yeah, if you don't know anything about it, ask. You know, if you're going with a bunch of guys, I would highly recommend just talking to like your mom or your sister ahead of time. Have them explain how it works. Maybe send a little cheap something with you to use. But yeah, contacts before makeup. Keep all your stuff in one area in the room. You can avoid confusion, you can avoid losing stuff and having it sent home with the wrong person. Just a good idea. When you get into the room, regardless of how many people you are staying with, pick a corner, pick a spot, pick a bed, whatever it is you're going to sleep on, and wherever you're going to keep your stuff, pick them out and stick to them. And make sure everybody knows that, you know, those sections are their sections, or your section, or whatever. Just stick to it. Sometimes the bigger stuff has to go in a different area, in which case, you know, if I have like this or whatever, it's probably not going to fit between the beds if I'm sleeping between the beds and the floor. You know, it's just going to fall on me in the middle of the night. Well, you can put it like in the bathroom or whatever, by the door. Just a bigger area that you know, it's not going to fall on somebody when they're sleeping. Another part of getting up early is hitting the free continental breakfast thing in your hotel. You know, a lot of times, if you're staying in the con hotel, they probably won't have it because it's fancier. They want you to order food or whatever. But the smaller, like the chains and stuff, a lot of times they'll have like toast and bagels and milk and juice and stuff, you know. But it's only served from like, you know, depending on the hotel, something like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And even then, even if you get there before 9 o'clock, you might not get very much selection. It just depends on how much or how often they refill or restock. So it's a good idea to go down and get stuff right away. You know, you could grab stuff for everybody in the room, depending, you know, on your personality or what you're comfortable with. You might not want to grab everything that's there, but if you don't care, or maybe if you just explain to the desk staff or whatever, if they look at you funny, just say, you know, they're getting ready, I'm just going to grab stuff for everybody and take it up there. You might want to refill this stuff. So most of the time they'll be okay with that, just because they understand that we only have a certain amount of time to do things. You're a paying customer. So, you know, there's no reason you shouldn't, and there's no reason the person that has to take a shower right now shouldn't get any, because, you know, they won't be done before 9 o'clock. As long as one of you is down there, they're usually okay with you grabbing something for the other people in your room and taking one. Okay, that's all I have on my little list so I wouldn't forget anything. So, if you guys can think of anything, anything having to do with a topic that I've already covered in a previous video, or maybe something new that you thought of, let me know, and I'll cover it. If you have any questions or whatever, let me know. Actually, I'm planning a trip to Anime Detour in a couple of months. It's February 16th now, and that's in mid-April. I don't remember the exact date right now, but anyway, going to Detour in April, and I'm planning to bring my camera, my girlfriend's camera. Yeah, I can't do any of this without my girlfriend. I just want to take a second to thank her. Thank you, love you big. And I mean, it's her camera, it's her computer I use, and I couldn't even do this without her. So, and it's her tech knowledge too, because I've been tech illiterate for the last 10 years, aside from console games. But anyway, thank you, love you big, and yeah. Anyway, sorry about the mush. Anyway, I'm going to Detour, bringing a camera. I'm going to go around and talk to the regulars. I'm thinking I'm just going to ask each one, like, if you could know something, what's the one thing that you wish you would have known before your first convention? And I'm going to ask them that. I'm asking you the same thing. If you've been to a convention before, let me know what you wish you would have known. Post in the comments below. Let me know. And if you have any questions or any ideas that I can do for like videos at the convention, let me know. I'm going to go around and show you kind of what everything looks like. You might not get to Detour specifically, but it'll give you an idea of what things look like, what to look for. But yeah, if you can think of something specific that I should do, let me know. And as long as I'm thanking people, I would really like to thank my subscribers. I've only been doing this for like a week and a half, and I've already got 15 subscribers. You guys are awesome. You've been really supportive, and you make me feel like I'm doing good and serving a purpose here, and I thank you very much. Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you like what you saw, subscribe, and check out the other videos. And if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I'll respond to them in a future episode. If you have any ideas or anything that I can do at a convention in the future, let me know. I'll be all over that. And yeah, till next time, remember kids, only you can prevent con drama.